Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I'm up today with something different. Yes, I am. I decided I really like this Eiffel store die. This is the one where you've got the rabbits up the ladder. I'm not going to use the ladder, or there's one rabbit that I'm leaving out. But we're going to do this in a different way today, and we're going to make an Easter ornament. Right. Who knows how it's going to turn out, but I can tell you, I've got my scruffy mat, so there it is. I've got a paintbrush, we're going to paint. And I've got my apple barrel in my spring Easter colours. Now, you have to apologise for any dinginess on the camera because it's quite overcast here. So we've got sunny day, pink polish and cloudless. So those are the colours that I'm going to be using, and I haven't used them for 12 months, so I have given them a good shake, and yeah, I'm still shaking them now, and I hope that they're going to work. I've got a little bit of this glitter left, so we're going to have a little bit of sparkle. I really do wish they still made this because I love the bottles, and this one is a great colour. Even though it's clear, it's got quite a bit of sparkle to it. Right, Dollar Tree. Yes, Dollar Tree foam board. I have cut 2 rabbits. Let's have a close-up so you can see. That's how thick it is. Now, I'm going to attempt to use my UV resin because there isn't that much sunshine around. And I've cut the egg and I've cut the stripes. The stripy bits lay on top. So we're going to paint these. Now, I'm in an ahhing as to what colour my egg is going to be. I'll put my stripes down in order so I don't confuse myself. And I will paint them in that configuration. And I think, yeah, I think my egg should be stripy, and I think I'm going to go pink and yellow and then a blue base, or a yellow base and pink and blue. Who knows? Whichever. Let's go with yellow first. Yeah, I think I'm going to go yellow and pink stripe and a blue egg. So I need to get some down here. And I'm going to start with my top stripe. So just paint your Dollar Tree foam. Try to get it on the edges. Now, you don't have to be absolutely perfect. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're going to shower it with glitter. Now, I'm trying to keep my fingers out of it, but that's not going to work. So you're just going to have to get messy if you're going to make one of these. But try not to leave your fingerprints in it. So I'll move that one because that's going to be pink. Right, I'm going to carry on painting my alternate yellows and I will be right back. Okay, so there you can see my alternate yellows. I'm going to clean my mat and let's come back and we'll do the next stripes in pink. Okay, my yellow bits are done, and now it's my pink bits that I need to do. So these are the alternate stripes, and I hope that this is usable again. I'm just going to use a small bit because I've only got 3 of them. So I clean my mat and I've cleaned my brush. I do like this shade of pink. It's kind of Pepto-Bismol. It's quite vintage. Right, I'll paint the last one. I'll let them dry and I will be right back. Okay, that's all done and I've tidied up, and the next one is the blue called Cloudless. Now, I need to paint the front of my egg, and I'm also going to be painting the back because, as I said, it's an ornament and you want it to look good front and back. So I'm just going to go down with this lovely pale blue. Make sure that my egg is totally covered and all around the sides. Just take your brush like that and just swirl it. Now I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to paint the back of it Any bits of fluff on your brush, just wipe it onto your mat. And I will be right back. Right, so I've done that, and I think my pieces are dry enough. And while I was away, I grabbed these. These are little backs that you can put onto ornaments. So I'm going to try and get a very clear picture here. There you go. And what you have is a flat piece that you will glue onto the back, and then it's got a hole in it so that you can thread your ribbon. And what I've done here is I've threaded one up, and this glues flat to the back of your ornament, and I will show you how to do that. But I chose blue ribbon to put in mine, but you can use twine or anything, and it's just a great way of making a little charm or a dangle. I mean, it's a perfect size if you want to just, you know, thread a little charm onto a bracelet. Then you can use them for that as well. Right, these are relatively dry, and so I'm using my glitter glue. That's my teeny weeny little pin that I've got in it, and I'm just going to move this down slightly so that I can see, and we're going to glue this on. Don't worry about any of your glue squidging out of this, because you do want it to stick down. Now I am going to hold this towards myself so that I'm getting it right on the edge. And you'll need to hold it to get a bond, because of course your foam is dimensional. And I hope I got all these in the right order. And there is just a little bit of space between them. Don't worry about your glue oozing out, because that's going to dry clear. And I was thinking about using UV resin, or if I'm just going to brush it all over with this glitter glue. And I've never done that before, and who knows if it'd be a disaster or not, but I think I'm going to try it. So I'm going to continue gluing my stripes on. You can see just how dimensional that is, and I'll be right back. Right, those are glued on, and as you can see the glue is still wet, but that's not going to bother me because I've got a scrap of cardstock here, and I'm going to pop my egg onto there, and I'm using the same brush that I used for colouring, and I will run away quite quickly when I've done this and wash it in some warm soapy water. So all I'm going to do, first of all, unscrew your glitter, because that's helpful. So I'm just going to get this down on here. Now this is a glue obviously that dries really quickly, so I don't want to sort of like over thick it, but I've done 3 stripes there, so I'm going in, and then I'm going to do my blue bits after. Oh, look at that. Humidity and glitter. Now you can always give a second coat, so, you know, I'm not going to worry about that. And I just thought this might be easier than using UV resin, which of course is reasonably expensive nowadays, and not everyone has got it. So let's just see what we can get here. So I've sugared my egg up. Right, I'm going to let that sort of like set just like that, just while I go and rinse out my brush. Okay, so my brush cleaned up okay, so it was absolutely fine for that, and I'm just making sure it's made good contact with the glue, and I'm pretty sure that that glue is dry already. So now I'm just flipping it over and giving it a tap. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got that great sugary egg there, but now I want to go into the blue bit below. So I can actually use this brush to get in between, because of course we didn't put any glue into that bit. So I'm just going to dust that out. Now you can leave it plain down there if you want to. I just thought it would be nice all sugared up. But the things you can do with Dollar Tree foam board are just absolutely amazing. I mean, you can build gingerbread houses, you can do all sorts of stuff. Right, so let's put my little bit that I've got left back into the bottle so that we can reuse it. There, that'll do. And now I want to run glue down into those blue bits, but you can see just by the adding of a bit of sparkle how much it's improved already. And I'm using the same brush, and I will run off and do it again. So I'm going down with 2 blobs in there. And I'm going to put some glitter. And then I'll do the same along here. That's a bit longer in there. Oh, can you believe I just used my handle? That's what happens when you're not paying attention. My only excuse is I never get my morning coffee. I always figure if I don't drink my coffee first, I won't ramble as much. But I do hope everyone's going to have a fabulous day. My weather's improving and I love that. I love being able to go out in the garden with the dogs. And it's so funny. They just, wherever I go, they kind of like walk behind me. And if I'm weeding or something for a few minutes, they just lie down all in a row and just watch me weed. And they'll quite literally stay there for hours. I do love my doggies. And, oh, while I'm thinking, I will tell you that I am not going to be here on Friday. And the reason for that is I'm quite excited, actually. I'm going for a special hearing test and hopefully some hearing aids, because not a lot of people know this, but I am almost deaf. All I hear is sort of like bass tone humming, which is why, you know, I'm always worried about shouting on the mic or if my microphone is even working. So maybe on Friday I'll get to hear again. And that'll please my husband, because he's always having to yell. And of course I've got Bo, and I can hear Bo's bark because it's quite deep. And I think one of the reasons as well that I get such a bad sore throat is that because I can't really hear, I'm not so used to talking, if you can understand that. Right, I am now going to run off and clean my brush again, which cleaned up very successfully before, so I don't think I'm worried about it. I'm just pressing into those gaps. And I think we're going to end up with a lovely dimensional sugary egg at the end of this. So, right, I'm off to clean my brush. Right, so as you can see, that glue and that glitter, my brush is wet, but it did not ruin it. My bristles are lovely and soft still. So, very pleased about that. Now then, let's give this a shake and pop the excess back into the bottle. I'm quite excited for this because I do love sugary looking items. I'm just making sure that now you can totally glue and glitter the back, which is something that I would do. And you can put that on a pick or anything, you know, in amongst your flowers and stuff for Easter. But I'm just going to make a little ornament today. And any bits that are damp, I'm just going to sort of like flatten them down slightly. Right, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, it's all sparkly. I like that. Right, I'll just pop that there a second and get this stuff back into my bottle. You don't want to waste your time while I'm doing that, so I'll just quickly pause. Right, so I tidied up my mess, and I had to put the overhead light on because it just got so dark. And look at that. All sugared up, all pretty, all three-dimensional. Ooh, now the next thing that we need to do is glue the back on, which is this. So the ribbon is threaded through the loop and the flat piece will go to the back. So I'm just going to pop that there, and I'm going to use some of my art glitter glue. I'm just going to put a little blob. I think that's showing off camera. So I'm just going to move that up there. You can see I put a tiny little blob of glue on it. I'm just going to hold that, and I'm going to center it up with my egg. And I'm going to hold it for a second, and I'll be right back. Right, and that is how that looks. The glue is still a little bit wet. Let's see if I can find the... But you can see it's a little plastic disc, and it just sticks on to the back of it. And then you've got your loop that your ribbon goes through. So that's that first part of that little ornament. I'll pop that there because I haven't got a clue what the lighting is looking like. And then I don't know if I want 1 or 2 bunnies on here. Don't know whether I want 1 or 2. Or if they should be holding hands. Let's hold that up so that you can see it. Should they be holding hands? Should there just be 1 on there? I'm trying to think. I'm thinking I might just go with this one. Should he have a friend? I don't know. I'm going to go with friends. Yeah, why not? So I'm just going to flip these over. And these need to be glued all over because you don't know which part is going to make contact. Right, that's almost dry now. With the stripes. So the best thing to do is just get your glue all over this. And if Easter ornaments is something that you like to get at every year, it's kind of worth it to put plenty of glue on anyway. So I'm thinking we're going to have friendship here, and I've got a little black speckle. Oh, I might have to get that off after. I'm going to stand it at the pink stripe. Make sure that it's making contact. And then I might have to vanish while this dries. And then I kind of want them, you know, pally holding hands. Right, I'm just going to hold this until it's dry, and I'll be right back. And there we have it, our finished little Easter egg ornament. Isn't that cute? I just absolutely love that. And I've run out of my rock candy glitter, the Ranger stuff, so I'm going to run away in a second and hop onto Amazon and get myself some more glitter. But they're just so cute. I just love that. But as I said, you know, you can dangle that off anything, you know, insert it into a little Easter wreath, or just get yourself some of those really good quality barbecue skewers, glue it onto the back, and you've got a little pick to put into your Easter bunch of daffodils or tulips or little bulbs that you grow in a dish, whatever, so that you've got something that lasts. But I absolutely love that. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. Who knows what I'm going to be up with tomorrow? I might even use some more Dollar Tree foam and try and do something else. Yes. Have an absolutely awesome day. Thanks so much for joining me. And as usual, all links below. Bye.